Good evening, and good evening. It gives me great pleasure to welcome you back to season two as we continue broadcasting results with Rouse every Monday, other than our special exclusive on Thursdays, but every Monday at 7:30, we have a guest that provides an opportunity to want to come and take a seat at this table so that they can inform you of what's going on out there in the world. Here tonight, we have an individual that I've known for quite a while now, have been doing some remarkable things, and she wants to provide an opportunity to come and tell you a little bit about her and what she's doing. Good evening. How are you, Miss Singletary?
Good evening. I'm wonderful. How about you?
All is well, all is well. It gives me great pleasure again to have you here tonight. I'm thrilled to hear more about what you're doing. I'm seeing it, have an opportunity to met you a while ago, and just I love the passion that you continue to thrive in. And so tonight, as we jump right on in here, I want you just to start off and just tell the people a little bit about yourself.
Sure. Thank you for the opportunity to come and sit with you. I'll just give a little bit of a background. I'm from Windsor County, Kingstree, South Carolina, born and raised. Moved to Sumter for about 9 years and came back. I have an incredible testimony that I like to share with people. And basically, it's to show just the power of God that I totally believe in. I've been a widow twice, um, and I've been robbed at gunpoint. So I have gone through some very traumatic things in life that could have caused me to, go in a shell, could have caused me to just quit on life, quit on everything, not be concerned about people. But it gave me a different drive.
Mm.
It gave me a drive of, for one, being grateful to still be here. And then secondly, it allowed me to see, my need to show love, the love of God upon people. And so it did something totally incredible for me from the inside out. It caused me to just love harder and, just to do everything that I possibly can to help my community.
Wow. Yet a quick testimony and just a snippet, but I could just imagine, like I say, knowing you for a while and definitely had an opportunity to kind of hear more about your experience as a widow. I can remember one of the opportunities and I was just blown, like it just happened all of a sudden.
Right.
But even in the midst of that, you still tend to say, but God.
Right.
'Cause what he has for you is certainly for you, and to see you now, the light up in the room, I can surely say that your companion now is definitely bringing that light to you. Um, just being held at gunpoint, and knowing that that could have provided an ending for your family, for your kids, and it would be no more you, but again, but God. And so just
Absolutely.
hearing all of that, knowing all of that, your story is definitely a testament to others to say that you can go through, but you don't have to stay there. And sometimes certain opportunities kind of want us to stray into a hole, want us to go into a dark
Right.
place and never bounce back. And I could truly say you've definitely been even a testament to me. We don't have the same stories, but just you offering those words of encouragement to continue on no matter what. So I'm
Right.
appreciative of you. So I have to ask, even in those traumatic experience, what has keep you going?
So, I mean, I'll tell people all day long, it was God.
Mm.
I had moments where in myself, in my flesh, I wanted to quit. When my first husband passed away, I got married at 18 years old, fresh out of high school, straight into marriage. And we were married for 14 years. So marriage was all I knew. And so when it happened, I thought my world was over. I had no desire to live. Um, that was just it for me. So I thought, but when I surrendered my thoughts, my wills, my emotions, and my feelings to God, He was the one that changed my entire mindset. Then I had the desire to live. I had the desire to figure out, how do I make it every day? How do I bounce back from this? But initially, it was a hard blow. And then, I waited some years. I get married again. I got faith to believe that, God's going to allow it to happen. It's going to be forever. If anybody knows anything about my second husband, we had something that we called a love ship. And you met him, and he was an incredible person. It was just pure love. And I've always been blessed with wonderful husbands. And I thank God for that every single day. But I thought it would be forever. And so then the second blow comes and I lose him. And again, I find myself right back to God. That has been my source. That has been he has been my everything. Literally, I can't do anything without him. And if I find myself stuck, if I find myself, with my back against the wall, if I find myself in the most, horrible situations, I find my way to him. And when I find my way to him, that's how I find my way out. And that's what it's always been. And as a result, I've established a relationship with him. And to be honest, that's what it's really about. It's about establishing that relationship with him, that you're able to go and you're able to really say, I can't get through this, but if you help me, this hurts, but if you help me. And so that has been, I'm real with God. Like, he's my friend. And he's my dad, he's my friend. And that relationship is what has pulled me through every single time.
Well, again, you all, we are here broadcasting results with Rouse, and we have Miss Singletary here telling you all a little bit about herself, but it also provides an opportunity for those of us that are sometimes in doubt, for those that has had the most traumatic experience. She is a testament that it ain't over until God truly say it's over. And so we thank you again for just providing that testament in a short snippet of it, because truly, I know you can tell us a whole lot. But I just appreciate you sharing that, because oftentimes we are not as vulnerable publicly as we could be, and not knowing what source of support that we are even giving to the next individual. So I'm thankful for you and just sharing your story. Like I said, I definitely had an opportunity to meet your husband, and he was definitely your love ship. Like, when you saw it, like, you all was it. And I definitely love just, again, the support that you all gave me over the number of years, and still is. So I definitely just thrilled to know that you are not stopping your ship. Right? He started.
No, absolutely.
Not stopping it. And that's what makes it what it truly is today. And the biggest part of it, that some of us run from or don't tap into, is having that faith. Having the source of knowing that we have a higher power, and who is our source when man ain't. Because man could disappoint us, man could let us down, man can destroy us,
absolutely,
damper our character, in which they feel like they're getting away, but there is a God, and in due timing. Okay. So
we can get really excited right here.
So again, I thank you for it. I want to get more into you and what you're doing today. It's so many things. But I want you to really tap into it. You are starting something that I so much love. You have an organization. I want you to tell us about that. And before you go into that event that would take place next year, I want you to hold that, because I really want to get into that. But tell us about your current organization.
Awesome. Thank you. So the organization is a nonprofit organization, and it's Compassion Outreach Ministry Incorporated. And like I tell everyone that asks about what we are, I've been asked, is it a church? Is it this? Is it that? It is a ministry that is ordained by God. It is a ministry that was established to love God's people God's way, to really care about people, not just care about you and just say I care, but to work to show that we care. And so my husband and I, our hearts are big, really, really big. And whatever God tells us to do, no matter how big it is, or whether it seems impossible, with God, all things are possible. So we're going to do everything that God tells us to do. So we're a ministry that's just led by God, and like I said, we're a nonprofit. And so we're out here doing his work.
So what areas do you all serve in regards to this organization?
So we actually serve Winsburg County, surrounding areas. We have done baskets for the Carlisle Senior Center here, the Vital Aging here in Kingstree, as well as Greeleyville. We will stretch as far as we need to stretch.
So this past weekend, I saw some pictures. Looks like young people was involved. Can you tell us a little bit more about what took place this past weekend?
Awesome. An event that we loved. So we did something entitled Parents Away, Children Play. And so it was a twofold. It was an opportunity for parents to get away, go out for a dinner, just relax without the children. And we were per se the babysitters, but we didn't just babysit. So we had fun with it. We had ages 10 to 17. And if they were younger, they came with their parents. And so we had about 30, 40 children over. And what we did was an outside movie night. So we had the big movie screen set up outside. We set up the area like a theater. We had the video outside, video playing. They did trampoline jumping, golf cart riding, basketball. It was too cold for the pool, but the pool was just a sight for them. But it was too cold for that. But they loved it. And it's something for our youth. We have so many youth that don't have anything to do in Winsburg County. So when children don't have anything to do, they are going to find something to do. And in most cases, they're going to find something negative to do because there's nothing else being offered. And so we were so excited that they were happy about it. We fed them. And I mean, they just had a ball. In fact, we had some that didn't even want to go home. So they called their parents and was like, we're staying overnight. So we had about 6 of them that stayed overnight. And but it was incredible. And we look forward to doing it again because they've already asked, can we do it again?
So, absolutely. So here's what I love about organizations such as yours. It's a lot of organizations out there that provides a lot of services to the needs of people, which is great. But what sets you aside a little bit is that you tap into outside of just Williamsburg County, which provides an opportunity for people to come into Williamsburg County, because they know that your seed is Williamsburg County. But anytime I feel like organizations tend to expand, that also allow people to come into our area that more likely wouldn't always come into it. But with what you're doing, it allows people to come in and see what else is Williamsburg County providing. Just to see the pictures this past weekend, I was just thrilled to know that young people showed up. Like you say, it's oftentimes in such rural areas, they don't have anything to do. And sometimes when they are getting something to do, is not always the unfortunate. But I'm glad that you and your husband saw fit to put on such event that just provide them a social outlet. Parents away, kids at play. I think that's kind of how you said it. And I'm grateful because oftentimes parents, we're working all week. We got this going on, that going on, and we don't have that necessary outlet. But again, you all was willing to sacrifice, keyword, sacrifice your time for someone else's well-being, just to provide an opportunity for kids to come and have a social life. And oftentimes, they don't want to go home once they get comfortable and enjoy.
And they did not. They did not.
Again,
but we don't mind.
Yeah, and that's what I was going to say. Like, in doing that, that'll show our young people long term to appreciate yet have the gratitude to tell people thank you when they are willing to sacrifice their time and their efforts into what you're doing. Not only that, I've realized that a lot of kids may not say, but they're watching. And so in return, you all are laying a foundation that hopefully in the future that they'll be able to also spare light to someone else and give as well. So I'm grateful that it worked out, that you all was willing to do it, and it worked out for you. Let's talk about something that I know you have coming up, which is on November 2nd, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
And it's been something obviously you and I have been tossing because we conflicted with the dates and having
Yes.
an event, but I'm grateful that it still serves the need of the community. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Absolutely. It's entitled Let God Feed You. And so the day is about prayer. We'll have Bibles that will be given away, and then we'll also have a hot meal. So we did it previously, and it was an amazing event that time. It was entitled Prayer, Burgers, and Bibles.
Mm.
And so it's a time where all people can come out. You have homeless that are there, you have individuals that are elderly, you have children, you have so many people. We have prayer warriors there. And I'm talking about we're not just playing, we're praying. Whatever needs that you have, we're serving people. We are servants, is what my husband and I are. We are servants indeed. We serve in everything that we do. It's our heart, it's our passion, it's what we love. So every opportunity we get to serve, if God downloads the vision, we're gonna walk it out. And
That's
so
awesome.
that's what happened, with this one. Like I say, it's entitled Let God Feed You. It's a day for you to come and let God minister to you, receive a Bible, fill your tummies, and enjoy your day. And most time people just sit out and just kind of enjoy the time. We're going to be right in the open space by Food Lion. It's a big oak, nice tree there. And so we usually set up in that area. We have music
Okay.
and it's just an awesome time to come and just fellowship and be with individuals, in your community, to love on people and let people know that you're here for them, that you care. So that's the next thing that we're doing. And we're really excited about it.
Gotcha. So tell us, a little bit more about the organization itself. You mentioned that, it's a ministry and wherever God leads you and your husband, he download pretty much the path and you all spread your wings and go forward. And that's great to know. But how could people get involved into some of the things that you all are doing?
So we ask for prayers, number one, because we believe that prayer will take us further than anything else could. And then we ask for, support. There are times that we do ask for donations, because we are nonprofit. And we're grateful to God that every single time, any project that we have done, people have come through. And it amazes me every single time. And so, we ask for that support. And then also we let others know we'll be here for you in turn. So
Mm.
it's not just a one-way street. We're getting to that point where we can be also a blessing to other businesses and other organizations. It's not just about us, and that's what we want people to know, that we have assignments, but others have assignments as well. So we wash hands here.
Gotcha. So if I'm understanding, you all are going to be located in the parking lot plaza of Food Line in King Street, South Carolina. Can you provide a time that this event will be held?
Yes, it'll be Saturday, November 2nd. We'll be there from 11:30 until 3 p.m.
Okay.
And we'll have tents up, so you'll see the tents and everything, but it's gonna be right across from the World Finance, and then Food Line kind of sits all to the left, and we'll be right in that open space there.
Okay. So obviously with nonprofits, I kind of want to ask about nonprofits. Like, why did you saw fit to want to go into the nonprofit sector? Like, it's a lot of sectors out there, and nonprofit, you can get into different type of nonprofit. But what led you just to say, "Hey, I want this to be a nonprofit"?
To be honest, with you, Turquoise, we have been doing the work for a very long time, and we were just doing the work, right? And then it got to the point where the things that we needed to do increased
Mm,
each time. And so we knew that, what we do is not for profit. Absolutely not. It's for getting individuals to come together, we for our arms to be lifted and for us to do, and I'll go back to it, like I say all the time, to do what God has called us to do. And to
mm.
be honest, that's the area that God told me to walk in, and that's what we did.
Okay. So on this Saturday, I know you mentioned that you will have tents up. For citizens that if they're available and coming out during this period of time, do they need to bring lawn chairs to be able to sit around and engage with other people?
We normally have some chairs, but the last event that we did, there was quite a bit of people. So our chairs kind of ran out. So if they can, and if they have any available, it would be nice to bring them if you decide to sit a while and not just come, and leave. So if you plan to stay, we would encourage you to bring a lawn chair.
Okay, so there you go. We're here again broadcasting results with Rouse with Miss Singletary, that is talking about community outreach awareness and heart organization. And what they have coming up is something I love. I'm just unfortunate that we conflict with the same day of having this
Yes.
event, but it's still great because we're still serving the needs of the community. But on November 2nd in King Street, South Carolina, the Food Lion parking lot, they would be serving the needs of the people. And if you have access to chairs, they are asking that you bring them just in case they don't have enough to support you. But you are welcome to come. And events like this, you all, I would say, it's very important that we as an individual, we as a community, we engage, and get involved in. It's oftentimes that there are groups, organization, businesses that brings a lot of wealthy information to us, but we don't tap into them.
Absolutely.
And sometimes we lose sight of the benefit, the funding, and the source. Those are different areas that we can have in such rural areas. If we're not tapping into them, we lose them. If we don't go and engage in them, we lose sight of what could be offered. And if we don't get other people to be involved in them, then the source that sometimes fund these things, when they're looking for a write-up, wanting data, want to provide grants, they're looking at all of these areas. And so we need to make sure that we support these individuals, yet organizations and events that are being put on in our community, because it's serving us. And there's a greater need in the long run for that. So I thank you for providing that. I want to kick off to another major event that we're looking to have announced in 2025. Better yet, we will announce in 2025. And I would say we are looking for your support. I am soliciting your support. And I am going to have her provide an opportunity to tell us a little bit more about it. But I definitely want you all that are watching, you all that have other family members, share it with them. This is going to be a blessing to someone out there. And we're in hopes that you all will get engaged with it. So, none other, if you would tell us about I would say, yeah, Major, you have so much going on, but the one particular one that will provide a family with transportation. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Absolutely. I'm so sorry.
So again, she will be right back and tell you a little bit more about that opportunity as we engage with an opportunity to serve a family in need. This opportunity will help serve you well. We hopes that you would definitely tap into it. We hopes that you would definitely look to help support it. Because it's a benefit, and I know it will be a great endeavor. And so I'm gonna allow her to tell you a little bit more about that opportunity.
Thank you so much. And I apologize for that incoming call that cut us off. But this we are absolutely excited about. Guys, we're excited about everything that we do. But this assignment is major. And I call it our baby because we get to watch it grow, right? And so it came straight from God. I was sitting, in fact, I was laying down one morning, and the thought just came to my mind, what about purchasing a car for a single mom or dad? And it was just a thought. And then the thought became like, that could really be, that could happen. And then it went from that could happen to God begin to give me strategies and ways to get it done. And so as a result, which we have already started working Turquoise, we are, and I say this by faith all the time, we are going to purchase a vehicle in 2025, June 2025, we are working towards a $20,000 goal to purchase this vehicle. And this vehicle is going to be donated, fully paid to some single mom or dad. We are so excited about it. I tell people all the time, I wake up with the car on my mind. I go to sleep with the car on my mind. Every day, I'm doing something to get us closer to that goal. And I'll, share, because it's all transparent here. We started this particular assignment on September 27th. As of today, we have $4,583.36. We're going to get there, because our goal was to start now until June, which we would have needed to get $2,222 per month. We've exceeded that. So I know that God's going to do this, and I ask for your support.
So can you tell us, do you have a method of payment already set up that if donors want to make a contribution, they could do so?
Absolutely. So we do have a Cash App set up, and it's of course, $ Compassion Reach 2025. For individuals that would like to make a donation, our business, I won't say business, excuse me, ministry account is with the Bank of Greeleyville here in Kingstree, South Carolina. And all you've got to do is go there and tell them that you want to make a deposit for Compassion Outreach Ministry Incorporated. They will handle that deposit for you. They're already aware the individuals will come in to do that. So those are the two means. But if you would like to reach me personally, I do not mind sharing my number, which is 843-372-4466.
You all, again, we are here broadcasting results with Rouse, as Miss Singletary provided an opportunity to want to take a seat at this table as she tell you a little bit more about her organization. And one of the ones is the impact that was going to provide in 2025 a single mom or dad a vehicle. So here's what I want to do. I want to challenge 100 people from this day, 30 days out, so November, right before Thanksgiving. I want to challenge 100 people to Cash App $20.25 to that Cash App that she provided. Now, you are welcome to add more and more and more to it. But as an effort that this is going to be done in 2025, we want to start a contribution of $20.25. She'll put the Cash App in the comments area. But again, this doesn't lock you down. If you want to give $200.25, $2,000 whatever is led on your heart, because this impact is going to be provided for all of us to make a contribution to support some family in need. So I'm just offering that challenge, as well as myself, for the next 30 days, right before Thanksgiving. We want to be thankful from the heart to contribute $20.25. You can give more. You're welcome to do that. But as a start, I'm just asking that you take on that challenge with me, and we'll make sure that she puts the Cash App information there. I'm thrilled. I look forward to seeing the joy on somebody's face.
Yes.
This is definitely major. This is definitely coming from the heart. You've always been a person of such great passion, and I commend your husband for he's so laid back, but
he's
just like
often quiet.
He has a heart of gold himself. And so
yes,
we also want to give him his flowers for just being that support partner to you, because there's one thing to have a companion that is considered a spouse, right?
Right.
But to also have an individual that's just not my spouse, they're also my business partner, yet my friend.
Absolutely.
And I could truly say with him, he's that. Like, he's quite laid back, but he definitely provides a lit of joy that he have given you, even again through your testimony that you shared early on. Again, he's still there providing you that comfort. And I just want to shout him out and tell him thank you as well for everything that he's doing for you and with the both of you all together. So if it's tell us if there's anything else that you would like us to know that you have coming up, that you're currently doing, and what contribution that the people can do to get involved.
Well, I'll tell you like this. We're always busy over here. So it is always something that we are doing. Right now, our project is this vehicle. And then we have, November 2nd that's coming up as well. We're going to have other events that we will do, and those will, be forthcoming as we get dates for the different things, but it's all going to be geared towards the family.
Okay.
Our focus is having a positive outlet for the children, for the parents, just everybody, giving a whole new look to Winsburg County, as small as we can start, and then we look for it to grow. So we ask for your prayers, we ask for your support, we ask for you to just pass the word. And like I say all the time, I had someone that gave me 36 cents as a donation. I was happy about it. I was as happy about the 36 cents as I was the $1,500, because every little bit helps.
Yes.
Every little bit moves you forward. And so we just encourage you, we ask, we solicit your prayers. If you can't give a dime, that's understandable because people are having rough times. That's the reason why we want to give this car away. That's the reason why we're wanting to donate a car to a family that has a need. And our prayer is, God, let it reach the hearts and the hands and the home of somebody that's been praying for it, that this be an answered prayer for someone. So we're excited about it. We look forward to that day. I see it. I literally see the car. I see the red bow on it. I see us pulling the raffle ticket, that name, and I see us calling and delivering that car. Like, I see it. It's gonna happen, and I'm so excited about it.
Good. If you would, can you provide that Cash App information again?
Certainly. It's $, it's Compassion Reach 2025. So that's COMPASSION REACH 2025.
And if people need to get directly in contact with you, can you give us that information again as well?
Sure. The number is 843-372-4466. Okay. Or you can email me as well, which would be Scott, SCOTT, Royukita, ROYUKITA @yahoo.com.
Thank you. Again, you all, we are here broadcasting results with Rouse. Sitting at our table tonight, we have Ms. Singletary that provided some community awareness as she continued to be an outlet as an outreach to the community. They are working on a number of things, and I'm just thrilled to know that she didn't ran in a hole that was considered darkness. That could have just put a seal on her life and wouldn't allow her to reap the blessings that she is providing to another family. So we never know, sometimes even going through our trials and tribulations, where it's leading us. And obviously on her path, I knew her as the finance lady, like finance. And just passionate with her son over the years at the time, and meeting her and her husband at the time. Like I say, they were so supportive of me, and I consider them just being mentors. And just to see where they are now, and just her drive that she continued to move down the road, and now with her current husband, just to experience such trials and tribulations, dark came to light.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
And we don't oftentimes know how it's going to unfold, but we just got to stay steadfast. And so I just commend you again for not wavering one way or the other, but just continuing to be that outlet, be that support of who you are, and the blessing that you will continue to be to much others. So here's a couple of outlets of information I want to share with you as we bring this particular broadcast to an end for tonight. Obviously, you all, it is election season, which most people would definitely say this is one of the most important yet critical times that we have in our 2024 election. I'm not here to tell you who to vote for, but I will tell you to be wise, be vigilant, and be knowledgeable. Early elections started today and will go throughout November 2nd from 8:30 to 6 o'clock. Wherever you are, I am encouraging you to please get out and vote. It matters. And early voting is essential and can be more beneficial. Let's not wait until November 5th. Something may come up. The line may be too long. It may be raining and we don't want to get out. If you would take advantage of early voting, and I ask that you all get out and cast your vote, but be sure you be vigilant, knowledgeable, and be wise about your selection. We have it in the federal level, we have it in the state level, and our local election. If you have to second guess it, don't leave it blank. Write it in, but vote. Okay. This coming Saturday in Trio, South Carolina, I have to say the big city of Trio, South Carolina. That's
Yes.
Trio, South Carolina, you all. We're having our annual fall festival, hosted by Miss Angel Rouse and others from 4 to 6. Number of years they have been having a success with this event, serving people from all over. So I'm asking that you all come out to the big city of Trio, South Carolina on this coming Saturday from 4 to 6. And if you want to come up, set up a table, tell her I sent you. We need you there. We want you there. We want you to be able to come and engage with the community as well. Come set up a table. You have time, for those of you that are in Williamsburg County, for the big, as you all like to call it, the King Street University tailgate. You all have time to get back, okay? So you can come on down to Trio, South Carolina from 4 to 6, and then you can head on back to King Street for the big tailgate, as you all like to say. uh but again, we welcome you all, on behalf of her organization, to come out this Saturday, Trio, South Carolina, right in front of the Trio fire station, which you'll see Trio Mini Mark, as most of you would say, whistle. Will be set up right there. They would have a number of tables, and again, it's not too late for you to come set up. So tell a neighbor, as I like to say, call a friend, tell them to head on down to Trio Saturday, and tell Angel Rouse I sent you there, okay? Come out this Saturday. Also, next Saturday, November 2nd, TR Development Group, along with Hopewell in Blakely, South Carolina, Ms. Dottie Mae Evans and her staff, we are partnering together with the second annual Thanksgiving dinner and community resource fair. Again, it's the passion from the heart. It's something we started last year, and it's something I wanted to continue. But I love about her and her staff. They pour from the heart. They serve people all year long, from food giveaway to furniture giveaway, just whatever. You call on them, call on her, she's there. And here she's at again, willing to partner with my organization so that we can continue to serve the people. So we're asking you on November 2nd in Blakely, South Carolina. That's right, Blakely, South Carolina is inviting you to come and support as well from 2 to 6 at Hopewell Senior Daycare, which is owned by Ms. Dottie Mae Evans and staff, and we're asking you all to come out. So again, the big city of Trio, I have to say that because that's my hometown. We ask that you all come out this Saturday, 4 to 6, for the Fall Festival. And again, if you want to set up, you're welcome to do so. Tell Angel Rouse I said you can come and set up a table because you want to give back to the community. Well, of course she's going to say yes. Why not? Then here comes another weekend. You can go to King Street, Food Lion, earlier that morning. Then you can head on down to Blakely. Get lunch in King Street, dinner in Blakely, right? What
Absolutely.
There you go. So we ask that you all take advantage of these opportunities as we continue to provide a source of resources to you in the community. Thank you again, Ms. Singletary, for your testimony. Thank you again for serving the needs of our people, but yet not letting it shadow you from your experience. You're using your experience to still be a light. And I pray God continue to bless you and your ministry. And you know, as always, if I can ever be of any support, assistance, of whatever to you and for you, I would certainly be there. You all, we are here broadcasting results with Rouse, and we thank you all for tuning in. Here's what we got coming up this Thursday, a special edition for For those of you that loves food and loves food and loves food like myself, I ask that you tune in this Thursday for a special edition as we have one of the up and coming food critics and influencer as he goes around searching for food and tasting them out and letting you know how it goes. So we ask that you all come tune in this Thursday. We'll have the information out there soon. Again, thank you all for tuning in and broadcasting Results with Rouse. God bless you, and you all have a good night.
Good night.